Hey guys, OSP Communications. Welcome to a brand new vlog. I just thought I'd do something like that since I got nothing but time on my hands. Basically, I'm here on Movie Hole, and I'm just looking at news. Might do cross over to Cineblend. I guess Brittany Snow is in Pitch Perfect, some stupid whatever romantic rom-com singing comedy I don't give a flying fuck about. Susan Sarandon is a snitch, some action film with The Rock, who likes to call himself Dwayne Johnson. I understand it's his real name, but how this Dwayne Johnson doesn't sound badass. Just keep calling yourself The Rock, dude. Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne Johnson. It doesn't sound like a badass. It's not like Sylvester Stallone, Jason Statham. You know, it doesn't really have that. Just keep calling yourself The Rock. Dwayne. But other than that, I'm pretty probably not. Well, Snitch, I guess, is going to be an action thriller based on a Frontline documentary. So we're making movies now based off documentaries. Wow. Centers on a suburban father who's hit hard when his teenage son is sentenced to 30 years under mandatory minimum drug laws. In order to reduce his son's sentence, the father goes undercover to serve up his senior drug dealer. Well, this sounds like I've heard that before. Really have. Nothing new. Viral site and first clip for Jennifer Garner's Butter. I don't give a shit. Dead Island coming to life thanks to Lionsgate. Alright, that might be cool seeing Dead Island, the video game, as a movie. Because it has zombies. Hopefully they don't fuck it up. I don't know. Video game movies, not a good track record recently. New picks from Tim Burton's Dark Shadows that I don't give a shit about. The Cynical Optimist, stupid review. Some guy watched Footloose. I feel sorry for him. Film District acquires distribution rights to MGM's Mistreated Red Dawn remake. Mistreated Red Dawn remake? Are you fucking kidding me? Really? Mistreated. Oh, the reason why they didn't release it, because it's fuck flying piece of dog shit. It's a remake of a movie that from the 80s that is a classic and it has no reason to be remade whatsoever. A film that was actually filmed and produced and finished last year of all things, and they had to reshoot shit because they realized, oh, it's too controversial to have the villains be the Chinese, so let's make it the Koreans. Wow, exactly, North Koreans now instead of Chinese, because they had to go and try to fix it. And even then MGM, once they got their ass out of bankruptcy, was like, we don't even want to release this movie. This movie sucks. So, fuck. You had to wait a couple years to see it. It was completed in 2009. It'll be released next year. Well, it should have been released on direct-to-DVD. Instead of wasting space in movie theaters. Because I guarantee it's not going to be a hit. If it is, I'll eat my shorts on camera. Mick Jagger may get his hands on some movie called Tabloid. I don't really care. Justin Timberlake is in Spinning Gold. Man of Steel's new mother, Abby Zero. Yeah. Man of Steel, just after seeing the gay-ass new costume, which is nothing like the actual suit, and then finding some old production art from Zack Snyder's original idea he wanted to do for Superman. Originally, Zack Snyder wanted to do Superman before, and some production artwork showed up, and it looked exactly the same as this bullshit costume he has here. All blue and no red, except for the cape and the S. Can't be Superman without your patented red underwear on the outside. I understand it looks stupid. Maybe it might look stupid to you, but it is part of the character's. The character makes the character what he is. It's part of his costume. Just like Batman's bat symbol is part of his suit. I understand people bitching and whining and complaining to me about And the BS cast I did with Matt a while ago, still see comments now and then. Say, well, you know, who cares about the bat symbol? Is that all you care about? No one's Batman films? It doesn't matter. It does matter! He might as well be called Rat Man if he does. You can't see the effing bat symbol. Give me a break. If you had seen that movie and it didn't have the name Batman in it, would you think it's fucking Batman? No, because you don't see the goddamn bat symbol on his chest. You see he leaves little tiny batarangs flying around like an idiot for some reason. But you get that under control. Stop leaving clues. Contagion Scribe may write the Blade Runner follow-up with Ridley Scott directing. Ridley Scott, I understand, you know, Prometheus, even though it's going to suck. My honest opinion, I think a prequel to Alien is dumb. Just like a prequel to The Thing is dumb. Because we all know it's how it's going to fucking end. So there's no suspense. The fact it's going to be PG-13 doesn't help either. But Contagion, the guy who wrote Contagion, the guy who probably watched fucking Outbreak and was like, oh, let's redo this without really calling it a remake. And let's adapt it to modern audiences and let's cast Brad Pitt or whoever, fuck, I don't remember. Was it Brad Pitt? No, it was some other guy. I think it was Jude Law, I think. I don't really care because Contagion reminded me too much of Outbreak that I stayed away from it with a 10-foot pole. Now, it might be good. I don't know. Steven Soderbergh's a hit-or-miss director for me. DreamWorks sends the BFG stomping back in the cinemas with the writer and director of E.T. involved in its conception. Huh. Spielberg's gonna direct The Big Fucking Gun? No, that's not it. The BFG is a Ronald Dahl book. The same guy who wrote the same guy who wrote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And BFG in this book stands for Big Friendly Giant. Now, of course, you're thinking Big Fucking Gun, or if you're thinking Giant, Big Fucking Giant. Either way, a movie with a big fucking giant fucking people up would be more entertaining than this. Holy Frioles, Puss in Boots takes on the Old Spice guy. Don't give a shit. James McAvoy to play Elton John. James McAvoy. You talentless... Just, God, you suck. Go ahead and play Elton John. You know, that takes a lot. I mean, maybe he'll do it. I don't know. Maybe he'll do a good job. I don't know, because of his recent track record, X-Men First Bore, I certainly don't call him a great up-and-coming actor. I'm sorry. And plus, I hate to look at his face. It's not very good looking. Of course, people are like, "You, what are you doing bashing James McAvoy?" Alright, I haven't seen any of his other movies, and I was a bit harsh. He's not really that ugly. So, I mean, he might be able to do a good Elton John. But, you know, maybe he'll surprise me, maybe he won't. But I'm just saying, I'm not a fan of James McAvoy so far. So, sue me. Michael Fassbender may get down with OCP. Hey. That's a bit, you know, man, I'm not into that type of stuff, Michael. I mean, if you're into that type of thing, and you're into anal sex, and going downtown on people, you know, on other members of, you know, the corporation, fine, but I'm not up for it. Really, I really don't want that. That does not sound like a fun time to me. And also, Michael Fassbender, just because you were the only decent thing about X-Men First Class does not mean that you deserve to fuck up my corporation for one. See? Do you wear this fucking hat? I don't think so. Another thing, you know, fuck up my childhood favorite, one of my all-time favorite movies in the world, RoboCop, because I'm pretty guaranteed damn sure you're gonna fuck it up, because the remake is going to suck RoboCop. It's going to absolutely blow. It's going to suck worse than the baby food that Peter Weller ate in the first movie. It's just going to be processed shit, PG-13 crap, might even make it 3D, and Jose Padilla or Panda Bear, whatever, fucking, Mexican dude, can just go. I don't know what. I can't even think of an insult for him. Probably can't even speak English. And we'll call, hey, you know, stupid Puda. You damn. I can't fucking get it. Pissing me off. Just thinking about this stupid upcoming bullshit RoboCop remake makes me want to just sucker punch somebody in the face. So, basically, I mean, Jose Batia, stupid Mary Cohn motherfucker, needs to go fuck himself. He's directed one little Mexican action movie and everyone's all slobbering over it. I saw a few scenes from it. Wasn't impressed. So, you're going to remake a film, instead of maybe doing the truckload of money excuse with Peter Weller, or maybe having him do a fourth one, or cast somebody else to do a fourth one. I don't really care, as long as he can act better than Robert John Burke. I'd be fine with it. But a remake is completely unfucking necessary. Unnecessary in every possible way imaginable. RoboCop does not need to be remade. At all. It's one of the perfect sci-fi action movies out there. I don't find a single goddamn thing wrong with it, and then so do a bunch of other people. So, remaking it ain't gonna do shit. It ain't gonna improve it. So, fuck off, MGM, and fuck off, Padilla, and fuck off, Michael Fassbender, and get the fuck away from my ass. And also, he's not a Mexican. He's a Brazilian. So, big fucking whoop. I don't know why I'm in such a bad mood today. Maybe I woke up on the wrong side of the fucking bed. Sue me. I know I said it twice. Jack and Jill. Yeah. Just... Adam Sandler. You're just... Ugh. And it's coming out on 11/11/11. That's a sign of the apocalypse. Oh my god, it's coming out on 11/11/11, which means the world's going to end thanks to the absolute shittiness of Jack and Jill. The film is so bad that when you watch it in the theater, your heads will explode like in scanners. Michelle Rodriguez returning to Resident Evil Retribution. I don't give a shit about more of not fucking Joss Whedon. Whoops. I'm so pissed off I can't even think straight. RoboCop remake fucked me up. Basically, I don't give a shit about Paul Wildstone Anderson's more of his stupid fan fiction with his hot bitch wife. I'm sorry, she's hot. But the more and more she keeps just starring in these shitty ass Resident Evil movies, the more I want to bitch slap her with a open found man. Come on. I mean, the Resident Evil movies suck. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't even find any of them remotely good. I mean, I watched the last one with my two friends, and that was a struggle. I mean, a director who had, in order to make his movies last an hour and a half or longer, he has to use slow-mo techniques just to pad the running time. And Retribution? Why don't you retribute my ass by rebooting the franchise and doing it the way George Romero was planning on doing it in the first place, you fucking tards? God. Instead of coming up with more bullshit Resident Evil fucking fan fiction films that any fan of the video game doesn't honestly hates with a passion, and if they do like the video game and they do like the movies, that's fine. If you like the Resident Evil movies, that's fine with me. But I don't understand, if you're a fan of the game, that you would love these films, because basically what they do is shit all over your game, shit all over the characters, take characters out, make them a bunch of pussy whip wussies, and I don't understand it. Like, I mean, fuck. I mean, the cutscenes in the first game on the PlayStation is better than anything that Paul Wildstone Anderson's is shat out of his ass. on celluloid. Ugh. I know Ghostbusters is coming back to theaters in October. And it will be for 3 nights in October, which I think would be really cool. I had never seen the film in the big theater, in the big screen, so I would really love to see it. I think it would be a great. I really do think if it shows anywhere near me where I can get on a bus or get anywhere to see it, I will pay money to see it. If it comes out on Halloween night, that'd be the best way to spend Halloween for me. Slip on my Ghostbusters jacket, put on my Ghostbusters hat, go out there and watch the Ghostbusters, maybe with my family or maybe a couple friends. I'm just saying that would be what could honestly be one of the greatest Halloweens for me, because I'm too old to go trick or treating. I know I look young, but I'm 22. Yeah, so the people who left stupid comments saying, wait till your balls drop before you talk shit. I'm 22 years old, so my balls have already dropped, thank you. And, I just think it'd be a good way to spend Halloween. I don't really into the party thing. I hate dealing with trick-or-treaters, especially because I just want to get up again and again and again to open the door, give them candy. I'm not a curmudgeon. It's just I'd rather be doing other things on Halloween than that. So that'd be a good memory. And another good Halloween memory is definitely the first 3 Crazy Guys thing that Matt and Effrey and I did for the outing. But Ghostbusters would be cool to see in the theater again. That's the only news that I really have heard so far about Ghostbusters, about anything right now so far that I'm really excited about. Because I'm like, I'd love to see it. I've never seen it in the big screen. Never. There was a chance to see it in downtown Portland when they had the whole thing where they had outside. They had outside by the I don't know if it was by the courthouse or by the other thing, Courthouse Square or something, and they had that movie theater thing during the summer when they played movies there. I had a chance to see it then, or the Goonies, and it would have been great to do those, but I wasn't able to do that. But if they do something like that again, that'd be cool. But yeah, I'm excited about that. I want to see I'd love to see Ghostbusters in the theater. Scarface remake. This is bullshit, man. It's bullshit. A bunch of stupid Mary Clone motherfuckers. It's just. No, why don't they stick their heads in the toilet and see how it fits? I know I didn't do a very good job. Matt does a better job. Thumbs up to Cody Santana. No. Wonder what he's doing right now. Probably snorting a mountain of cocaine while shoving his foot up Adrian Brody's ass. Anyway, yeah. Thumbs up to Cody Santana. Scarface remake. The first one, the Scarface with Pacino, that's actually a remake. So doing it again is stupid. Really stupid. Sorry. Steven Spielberg's doing a new biopic about Abraham Lincoln. I don't give a shit. Sorry. Mad Max Fury Road. So I bet they actually are going to start making it. There's some vehicles that they made for the film that, I mean, this is one thing I'm wondering. Why in the fuck, if they're not going to make the film, why in the hell are they spending money making vehicles for the film? It didn't make any sense. So, I don't know. Fury Road sounds like a dumb idea to me anyway. Just leave the Mad Max films alone. 3D Blinky Bill movie in the works. Am I the only one? I know I'm not a kid in today's generation or even the 80s, and I never heard of Blinky Bill. Who the fuck is Blinky Bill? What the fuck is Blinky Bill? From what I'm looking at, it's a little koala bear. Blinky Bill. Probably going to be a hit, and it's in 3D. Justin Lin forced a bow to Terminator 5. I'm glad, because I don't want to see any more Terminator films. I really don't. After Terminator Salvation, which I don't even consider a part of the franchise. That's me. I really do not like Terminator Salvation. John Connor, played by Christian Bale, was horrible. Trying to be like Batman all the time. And plus the rant, I'm going to smash your fucking lights! It's just fucking unprofessional, man. Fucking unprofessional. And I'm not doing it right, but... Fucking unprofessional. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. Scott Adkins boards Expendables 2, which is cool. It was not with his Assassinate Your Asshole co-star, Jean-Claude Van Damme. Which is getting a lot of critical acclaim, and I still haven't seen it yet, so I don't know. I'd love to see anybody else that I'd like to see in Expendables 2. I mean, for one, I would love to see Michael Dudikoff, Jeff Speakman. I know Sly said in an interview, he said he's going to try, he's trying to get people like Michael Biehn or Michael Pare and give them, a second chance. So I have a feeling like he might already have guys like that already on board. So they already got Chuck Norris and Van Damme, which is cool. And the news that Sly's going to kick Van Damme's ass is going to be awesome. So that good fight. That better be an awesome fight. It better not be some half-ass shit. New Paranormal Activity 3 poster. Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's why. I'm allergic to Paranormal Activity. Any mention of Paranormal Activity will send me into an absolute allergy-ridden sneeze fest. So I better get the fuck away from Paranormal Activity right now, or I'm going to be sneezing for 6 times straight. God. I guess Avatar is getting a theme park in Disney. Oh, God. First off, it isn't 20th Century Fox. I know 20th Century Fox doesn't have their own theme park. I'm surprised why they don't. Universal has one. Paramount has one. Hell, even Warner Brothers have one for some... But they got, like, disbanded or something. I don't remember if they have one or not. Those two companies should have theme parks. If Paramount has a theme park, come on. Come on, Fox, and come on, Warner Brothers, do it. Avatar, a theme park? Great. Great, Disney. Wonderful. I love it. No, I don't. I hate it. If I ever got a chance to go there, I'd go over there. And, I'd probably be with my cousins or something. That they were like, let's go to the Avatar exhibit. And I'd be like, fuck no, we're not going to the Avatar exhibit. We're going to ride. Again, we're going to go to Islands Adventure, Universal Studios. We're leaving this stupid fucking Disney park. We're going to Universal Studios. But the Avatar. Well, too bad, so fucking sad. We ain't going to the Avatar park. If that was me and my kid, if I had kids and Avatar, that would be it. I ain't taking the... Fuck it. We ain't going to no Avatar park. It's not happening. I love how they're trying to bring Avatar up as a franchise. I love what they're saying. Agreement announced today gives Walt Disney Company exclusive global theme park rights to Avatar franchise. Franchise? Are you calling a movie franchise yet when it hasn't even had sequels made? I have never seen a movie called a franchise yet when a sequel hasn't even fucking been made yet. It's in like pre-development. God damn it. It's not even our franchise yet. What the fuck? And made a shit ton of money because people were suckered into the 3D and James Cameron's return. And I was one of them. I was a sucker, but I didn't pay a dime. So I didn't really have to pay any of that shit. I didn't give any money to Avatar's cash cow train. So just a theme park? Why? I don't care. And the fact that it's taking over the Wild Kingdom, that's lame. It's like Disney World is like, fuck the Wild Kingdom, you know, let's just replace it with Avatar. Yeah, that won't sound like a sore thumb with all the other Disney attractions. Yeah, it won't be the least bit awkward to go around Mickey and Donald Duck and all this shit, and then all of a sudden a Naboo Navi staring you in the face. Yeah, it's not going to be awkward at all. Bullshit it is. Come on. If you're doing that shit, just make its own goddamn park, which they probably are. They're probably making their own goddamn Avatar theme park. That's what they said, Avatar theme park. So it's probably its own goddamn theme park with its own rides and fucking roller coasters and bullshit. Let's walk through the fucking world of the Navi jungle and have fucking little fucking wild boars chase after your ass. Have some CGI whatever reenactment bullshit thing in the green screen room. Have a thing where you sit down in the fucking seat and have like 3D shit with Avatar shit and fucking spraying water at you and air and shit, motion capture, whatever seats and rolling you back and forth, make you throw up. That's probably what's gonna happen. You probably have to be this fucking tall to ride some of the rides. God. You know, I usually don't hope for the end of the world in 2012, but maybe it would be a good thing so so the Avatar theme park doesn't get fucking built. I'm sick and tired of hearing about Avatar. Most overrated movie of the century, by far. Ugh. I love to hear about, this is funny, everyone's saying Charlie Sheen was fine with 2.5 Men. They're booting him off, replacing him with Ashton Kutcher. News just came out, not too recently, but news came out that, well, ABC 5, well, you know, they paid him, ABC pays him, ABC or CBS? Fuck. I think it's CBS. Yeah, it's 2.5 Men. CBS. They paid him $100 million up front for him to be okay with, you know, getting fired. I'd love to be Charlie Sheen. Winning! Yeah, everyone's crazy. Charlie Sheen will get a whopping $100 million from Warner Brothers in a settlement over sack for 2.5 Men. TMZ says he'll get $25 million up front in back pay, and the rest will come over the next 10 years in reruns and syndication deals. Wow. Certainly is winning, you know. I'm definitely tiger blood running through my veins. I'm a bitchin' rock star from Mars. Winning. $100 million, bitches. $100 million. I'm winning. I'm winning, and you're not. Taylor Lautner passes, and Hemsworth joins Expendables 2. No, it's not. It's not Chris Hemsworth. It's Liam Hemsworth. Well, I'm glad though that Taylor Lautner's dumbass turned it down. Thank you. Don't have to hear about him. Really liking it. Red band trailer for The Thing. Just as shitty as everything else. Alright. Matt sent me a message asking me about it. And I watched the trailer and I saw a glimpse of makeup effects. And then I found a site that basically had old school Fangoria magazine scans. Like every issue, which is fucking amazing. I looked through one about The Thing effects. And I was just like, fuck this movie. Fuck it to hell. The prequel or remake or backdoor reboot is going to suck. First off, it's a prequel nobody asked for. Why does Universal think that we asked for a prequel to The Thing? None of us asked for a prequel to The Thing. If anything, you should have made the sequel when John Carpenter and Kurt Russell wanted to do it. That's around the same time as Escape from L.A. In all honesty, I'd rather see a Thing sequel than Escape from L.A. No, budget's too high. You know, I'd love to see that script. I really would love to see that script. That would be really cool. You know? The comic book is a good setup for a sequel. Why the fuck do we have to have a prequel? I hate prequels. You know, prequels, in my opinion, I hate them just as much as remakes, if not more, because most prequels suck. The majority of prequels are terrible. Texas Chainsaw Massacre beginning, terrible. Fucking fat ass in the back seat you don't even fucking see for some reason, like a bunch of idiots. Oh yeah, you know this fat ass big, you know, fucking burly redneck dude with a chainsaw going. Dumbasses. Hannibal Rising. It killed the mystique for. I don't give a shit about how Hannibal grew up and became whatever the fuck he was. I mean, it was creepy because you didn't know. I mean, just leave it ambiguous. I don't need to know everything. God, I mean, fuck. At this point, a prequel, you know, is it worse than a remake? In a way, kind of yes. I mean, if you're going to do another version of the Thing, then just go do another version of the original. Or actually go straight off the book, Who Goes There, and just call it Who Goes There. If it's a prequel to The Thing, don't call it The Thing. It's confusing. I've not seen one prequel that doesn't have anything like The New Beginning, or the whatever, or Hannibal Rising, or you know. Have you seen a prequel just called the same name as the original? No! Why the fuck are they calling it The Thing? That's what pisses me off too. They're fucking calling it The Thing, and it's not The Thing. It's a fucking prequel. It's gonna be fucking confusing. Thanks a lot, Universal. God. The reliance on CGI is pissing me off. I really hate this stupid reliance on bullshit CGI effects that don't look real yet. I agree with Matt when he was ranting, you know, about Fright Night remake. Are you fucking lazy? Alright? Put the fucking effort into making some makeup effects. You hired the guys who did. I think they hired Tom Woodward Jr. and those guys to do some effects work. From all the trailers I've seen, all I see is CGI bullshit. Well, you hired them to do a couple sequences? Or you just have them do the sequences and you touch it up with CGI, which is bullshit. I mean, fuck, look at the original Thing from 1982, and you tell me the makeup effects are not better than the bullshit CGI. Let's see some idiot leave a comment on here telling me CGI is better than that. You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. And I'm sorry. I respect opinions to some, you know, I will respect your opinion, but at the same time, I'm wondering what the fuck is wrong with your head if you think CGI nowadays is better than makeup effects from back in the 80s and early 90s. Those are realistic. They put real effort into things. I understand they probably do put effort. I heard they put as much effort and time and money, if not more, to do CGI effects, that most of the time end up being half-assed and unrealistic. Somebody needs to do like a research thing to see how much it would cost to do makeup effects nowadays. And if it turns out to be cheaper, then the stupid Hollywood execs and the stupid producers have no goddamn reason not to do it. Because everybody's getting tired of CGI shit. I talk to everybody I know, they're getting tired of it. So Hollywood, get out of your ass unless you're doing this movie that's completely CGI, like Avatar, you know? Well, there's certain things we do CGI that we can't do with makeup effects. I understand that. But if it looks like shit, like in the Fright Night film, why even do it? Why? So you can do more with it. What the fucking do? There's a lot of things I could do more with that I don't use. keyword in one of these editing softwares I have, Sony Vegas. It's so fucking complicated I don't use it because it takes a brain surgeon to understand it. So, I mean, so what? You can do more with it. You know, you can do more with injecting your ass with steroids too, but does it mean you should do it? No! I mean, God. I miss the craftsmanship. I miss the work. I miss the beauty. And I use the word beauty because it is. It's art. I miss it. I'm getting sick and tired of seeing CGI crap, Hollywood. Unless you're doing a CGI movie, all CG, unless you're doing crap, like, you know, the whole, I've seen some CG effects that I'm okay with, like buildings and shit, okay. But you can build a set, you know that? You know, none of this green screen shit. I'm sick of this. People just walk behind a green screen and do a whole movie now. And it's obvious. Clash of the Titans were totally obvious they weren't even on a real set. Come on. Put some effing work into this. I understand it might cost more. It's going to cost just as much, if not just a little bit more, to do shit on location or build a fucking set than it is to do this stupid green screen shit that looks fake as fuck. Everything looks fake now. Every goddamn movie that comes out, even a romantic comedy, even a comedy, even an action movie. I mean, I love the Expendables, and most of it was done in set. But the CGI effects, I mean, I could have done without the CGI blood squids. Well, we can't do blood squids anymore because they're dangerous, I guess. That's what I've heard. Blood squids are dangerous to people and they hurt them. So what, is it something a bunch of pussies now? No, they're going to risk their lives all the time. Come on, give me a fucking break here. I'm sick and tired of Hollywood cutting corners with CGI, and give me some goddamn make effects, give me some goddamn model work again, give me some goddamn miniatures, give me some goddamn sets, give me something real, not fake, because that's what everything is, fucking fake, and it pisses me off, because it takes me out of movies, because everything looks fucking fake. Fright Night, everything looked fake. Even people looked fake. Like they were touching them up with CGI or some shit. The lighting looked shitty. The lighting looked like they used CGI to do it. CGI is a fucking disease. It's a fucking cancer to films. That's how I feel about it. Okay? It's a fucking cancer. Because as soon as it got reintroduced, they used it sparingly because they couldn't do as much, and now it's got so advanced that people just use it all the damn time, and most people don't know what the fuck they're doing, and they just substitute it for things that are superior, that are better, that are miles better, and history has proven that they are better. So enough with this CGI overload. It's driving me fucking crazy, and I understand. I rant all I want to about it, and I guarantee it ain't gonna change, which is a crying fucking shame. I prefer old school CGI effects like in the Mangler and fucking Lawnmower Man over this shit that I see nowadays, which tries to be realistic and looks fake as fuck and still looks like you're watching a cutscene from a video game and takes you completely out of the movie because you see real actors and CGI backdrops and shit. Put them in a goddamn, put them in a real set, put them in a real suburb, put them somewhere real. And the camera techniques now are so fucking fake too. I mean, even CGI movies like Paranormal Activity, you don't need fucking CGI with that. You ever heard of something like a wire or something? People don't use strings anymore. People don't use, because they don't want to have to painstakingly paint them out of the frame. They don't want to use the animation techniques anymore because it's too much work. No, fuck that. You know, movies back in the day, you know, you can bash stop motion effects all you want to. You can bash some shitty makeup effects all you want to. But at least they put effort into it. It looks like they put effort to it. They put their heart and soul into it. And I'm not saying CGI guys don't put heart and soul into it. But they're just typing shit on their computer, on their fucking keyboards. You know, moving the mouse around and shit. It's not the same as molding things with their bare hands. You know, putting plaster casts on people's faces, having to deal with, you know, the people having to deal with claustrophobic and uncomfortable and everything, having to put servos and mechanicals in these things. Animatronics is a dead art. Makeup effects is becoming a dead art, and that's bullshit. Because it's miles better, more impressive than CGI. Sorry. Wow. My big rant in CGI. get off my chest because I'm sick and fucking tired of CGI. You know, misused in movies. Basically, it's overused in movies to the point that everything looks fake. Fake! Just bullshit. Yeah, by the way, I saw a trailer for Premium Rush with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. It looked like a pretty good movie. It actually looked pretty solid. Might be a good thriller. So that's one of the few things I look forward to. Beauty and the Beast is going to be rebooted by the CW. Yes, the series of Linda Hamilton and Ron Perlman, which is an underrated, undervalued series that I never really got into, but I saw a couple episodes on cable back in the day, and it was pretty well done. Ron Perlman does a great job. Linda Hamilton does a good job. The way it ended, though, wasn't very good, but CW rebooting it? Come on. Was it going to be like that movie Beastly? I hate the CW. You know? I really do. The Footloose remake can suck my foot. Yeah, it can suck my smelly, misshapen, missing toenail foot. Suck it. Suck it dry. Footloose remake is gonna blow. I don't know what to think about this new Muppets movie. I really don't know. I mean, part of me is sort of looking forward to it. At the same time, it's kind of like, you know, I don't know. Maybe I'm getting a bit older. And but I haven't seen Muppets films in a while, so, R.I.P.D. looks like it might be a good film, based on a good, it's a movie starring Ryan Reynolds and Jeff Bridges, and it was based on a graphic novel made by Mike Mignola, the guy who did Hellboy. So I'm looking forward to it, even though I would have liked to see Zach Galifianakis as the Jeff Bridges role. That was his original choice. As Tarantino is going to bring back Django Unchained, the movie that starred Franco Nero, I think, who was terrible. J.J. Abrams is going to direct the Star Trek sequel. It'd be interesting to see what he's going to do with that. And I know, I didn't mention World War Z. I haven't heard much about World War Z. I gotta wait till I see a trailer for that. Oh yeah, Nicolas Cage joining the Expendables. Okay. I don't give a shit about Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 1. Care less. I guess Top Gun's will return to theaters in 2012 in theater. Excuse me, in 3D. I wouldn't mind that. As much as, I don't like 3D. Overexposure to 3D. But I haven't seen Top Gun in theater either. I mean, I grew up in that movie. That's one of my all-time favorite movies as a kid. See that in the theater would be cool. Depends on what they do with 3D. Depends on how much it's going to be, and it depends on where it's going to play. No, but I'd see it. I'd pay my money for it. I mean, if you're re-releasing older movies more, that makes more sense. I mean, I think only reason why Sony's re-releasing Ghostbusters is to try to get more public awareness around Ghostbusters 3. In my opinion about Ghostbusters 3, real quick on Top Gun is, I don't mind, I'd rather see re-releasing the film in theaters in 3D than a sequel about drones, of all things. But back to Ghostbusters 3, it's a film I desperately want to be a good film, but I don't have very much hope. I have a slim sliver of hope. A little bit bigger than I had before, because I watched this edit someone made with the Ghostbusters, the video game for the 360 and PlayStation 3 and computer consoles, where he edited all the cutscenes and all this dialogue stuff. He put it together in like a 2 hour and 40-minute long movie. And it was a really good job editing. It felt sort of like a CGI Ghostbusters film. I originally, basically, Dan, and the guys teamed up to do Ghostbusters the video game, and they did all the voices. Supposed to be Ghostbusters 3, their version of Ghostbusters 3. Now, I mean, it's not perfect. I mean, it's a video game, so it's not really meant to be a movie, but he did a pretty good job with it. And some good lines, some funny moments. There's one where, there's something new with these gargoyles that fly around, and they're shooting fire at the guys, and, and there's ghouls and ghosts, and so Dan Aykroyd makes a joke. He's like, oh, ghouls and gargoyles. That's a game I used to play all the time back in the 70s. And then Bill Murray chimes up and was like, what dinky game did you not play in the 70s, Ray? What, are you going to crack out your eight-sided dice next? They had that rapport. They had that sense of humor. They were ribbing each other. It was fun. It was an entertaining 2 hour and 40-minute long kind of movie. And it was original. They had ghosts that, basically took over things and there's a ghost that took over books and made it into a book golem and was walking around with books, in a human form, and, and paper demons and all different types of ghosts and different types of things and different types of stuff. And it was all over the place. Ghosts were really, honestly, tearing some shit down. They were actually causing major havoc. And you saw a little bit of that in Ghostbusters 2. But then you do Ghostbusters 3, I'd love to see, massive ghosts just, after Ghostbusters have to go up against crazy odds. And if you're going to have new blood, well, the sequel had a rookie. You can have new blood, but have them all team up together one last time. New and old, kicking ass at least. Give me that. I understand Bill Murray doesn't want to do it. Try the truckload of money thing, Sony. He's probably saying, and a lot of the rumors saying he's dying. Some people age worse than the others, folks. If you think just by looking at him younger and seeing him age now and how crappy he looks means he's dying, some people age worse than the others. Not everybody ages gracefully like Stallone and Connery. Some people just age badly. Maybe Bill is just one of those guys who ages badly. I mean, he was losing his hair earlier in his life, early when he was younger. So, I mean, hey, he's doing some projects still. I think, in all honesty, part of me thinks that Sony and all of this controversy about Bill Murray not coming on or whatever is a publicity stunt. Part of me is thinking that Sony is trying to get more awareness of Ghostbusters 3, trying to get people built up about it. They have a Facebook page for Ghostbusters and the theatrical re-release. If the theatrical re-release for 3 days makes a ton of money, I mean a pretty good sum, I guarantee they're greenlighting Ghostbusters 3. And I guarantee they're probably going to drive a truckload of money to Bill Murray's house, and he'll probably sign on that. So I don't think, the chances of the film not going without Bill Murray are not very high. I know Dan Aykroyd said some crap about, it's more than some of its parts, and we don't need Bill. They're going to need Bill, and Sony knows that. Sony isn't going to greenlight it without Bill Murray. They waited so long to do a sequel. I think they waited way too long, and I want it to be good, but part of me is just going to suck. But, hey, if Ivan Reitman can sort of pick up the sort of touch he had in Evolution and try to bring it to Ghostbusters 3, you can have some new young guys, but no Jason Hedder, no Andy Samberg. Jason Hedder, okay. Andy Samberg, please, God, no. I hate Andy Samberg. He's a talentless hack. That guy is not funny. I don't care what anybody says. He is just such an idiot. An idiot. He's an idiot. Steve Carell I'd be fine with. He's sort of like he could be kind of like a new Egon type. I don't want a remake. I'd be fine with the sequel if they do more with ghosts. They make it all out crazy. No, the video game brought back Stay Puft Marshmallow Library Ghost. You don't really have to do that. But I mean, have a new threat. Have something where there's some danger involved. Don't make, if you make it in 3D, alright. But, make the 3D effects cool. You know, proton streams going straight to your face or something. Ghosts, you know, creeping, scaring the crap out of you. Make it PG-13. Do not make it PG. And make it as close to PG-13 as possible. I'd love to see one of the Busters say the F word one time. That would be really cool. You know. And, you know, just, I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with Ghostbusters 3 and do it right. You bring back the whole cast. They can get young blood, fine. But have them kick some ass at the end at least. Have them team up with the new guys because the threat is bigger than they've ever faced before. So they need more than... Just like the Extreme Ghostbusters finale. I watched that. Back in the Saddle. The Extreme Ghostbusters finale. And the Extreme Ghostbusters team up with the old real Ghostbusters and they stop this big threat that they couldn't do by themselves. And it was a well done episode. And it was the last episode. And it was one of the only good episodes of the show. But the show had good animation, but the stories mostly sucked. Which is too bad. A few good stories here and there, and only lasted, I think, a season. So, yeah. But Extreme Ghostbusters, I think, all in all, is sort of an underrated cartoon. You know, they took it in a direction that was different, but I liked it. I mean, they had a guy in a wheelchair as a Ghostbuster, which is, I think that's revolutionary. I think that's cool. You know? And Egon was there, and, you know, hey... Ghostbusters 3 most likely going to suck, but there's a slim chance of hope if the script is any good, if they got a good, you know, some good special effects. Give me some, I mean, if you're going to have CGI, don't do it all CGI. They better be wearing real proton packs and suits. Not all CGI, please. God, no. Ghosts and CGI, okay, I can deal with that. I can deal with ghosts and CGI. No, ghosts aren't real things. When you do fire and people and buildings and stuff, they still look fake. Spider-Man comes to mind. When Spider-Man's swinging webs in CGI, he look fake. If the new one can make it look more realistic, props to it, but the suit looks like shit. But in Ghostbusters 3, I don't have very high hopes for it, but part of me, since I'm such a huge GB fan, I want it to be good, and I know a lot of Ghostbusters fans want it to be good too. A lot of people are blindly optimistic about it. Other people like me have a slim chances of hope, just like, you know, it's a slim chance of survival with crossing the streams. But that's my opinion on Ghostbusters 3. I feel that Sony is either doing the publicity stunt with the whole Bill Murray in it or not. Sigourney Weaver interviews Dan Aykroyd again on Dennis Miller. I think Sony's building up some publicity stunt here. That's my opinion. I've seen it done before for many different types of movies, waiting on it, waiting on it, waiting on it. And they didn't keep it a hush-hush secret like Indy, you know, and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Sony's, and another reason I worked in the movie theater, and I said there is, honest to God, a poster for Ghostbusters 3 somewhere in the database for our digital screener, you know, for the computer that screens movies. I saw that last year. I went up into the production booth, and there's, honest to God, a Ghostbusters 3 poster. Now, I don't think that there would be a poster for something that is no business being made in actual movie theater, you know, as a database. You know, that's pretty serious. So, and it was slated for 2012. So who knows? It might film in 2012. It might not. It might be in 2013. I don't know. But all I'm saying, I saw a poster. So that's the only little bit of evidence I have. Because they're not going to have posters for crap that's not happening. They didn't have posters for stuff that was coming out, you know, this year, you know, that we didn't know about. Expendables 2, they didn't have anything like that. They had Ghostbusters 3. And I was shocked. It was surprising to me. And I don't see that poster anywhere else online. So it was one of the, you know, the Ghostbuster with the guy with the ghost of the 3. And it was different like any other fan ones I saw online. I have not seen one like that online. So all I'm saying is that's a bit glimmer of hope that it's going to happen. But I think Sony's trying to build up this big publicity swing. Build up more public awareness. Do a screening of the film for 3 days in October, which is more likely going to make a ton of money. And then Sony's going to be like, okay, it is relevant. Let's greenlight it. Bill Murray, he's on board. He's been on board the whole time. That's how I feel. I mean, I have a gut feeling about this that Bill Murray is not dying. He's not in poor health. He's just going along with Sony's ride. I'm pretty sure Sony's just doing this whole thing. Bill Murray's being a jerk, doing this and that. We'll do it without Bill. And then all of a sudden, oh, Bill Murray, he signed on for Ghostbusters 3. Yay! See, that's the way Sony's going to make it successful. They got to have Bill Murray. And he's not going to be a ghost. So, I think all the crap about talking about him being a ghost is he's joking around. And also, he's basically ribbing at the people who calling him dead already. And then also, I also think it's just keeping people off the trail. I mean, you look how well this is placed. You look at all these interviews. You look at Dan Aykroyd on, the Dennis Miller radio show talking about it. You look at Sigourney Weaver's interviews. You look at all the, it gets kind of, to me, a little bit, I've seen it. And now I saw a commercial for an ad online for a Ghostbusters slot machine. So I really think that Sony has got this. They're just building it and building it and building it until they get Bill Murray to go along. And Bill Murray was at the Scream Awards one year for, I think, Spike TV, talking about Ghostbusters 3. I don't know for sure if he dressed up in the uniform or not. But all I'm saying is, they're building it up. So, I feel like Ghostbusters 3 is going all the way. It's going to get greenlit probably next year. We're at the end of this year at the least, after the successful rescreening of Ghostbusters in the theaters. That's how I feel. And even if Bill Murray comes back, and even all the guys come back, it just depends. It depends on how the script is. It depends on how, I have a little bit more hope than I had before, but I'm still not very hopeful because of, Hollywood's recent track record. But they can churn out a Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which I didn't think was really that bad, then, more power to them. But, they got to do it pretty damn soon because the guys are getting pretty old. I think you get some good humor in there. Her Ramis is a fat ass. The whole thing would be like, hey, you know what? Egon, I told you, eating nothing but Twinkies for, all those years would come back and bite you. Maybe you should go on a diet. I'm fine, Peter. Looks like Father Time hasn't been too kind to you either, Peter. Hey, whoa, oh, watch it there, pal. I'm still the sexy guy I've always been. Sigourney Weaver is probably, I really honestly don't think that it's been ramping up for a couple years because Sony's just doing a giant publicity stunt to get awareness. And the reason why, you got a slot machine coming out. I'm not saying it's coincidence. It might be just coincidence, but it just seems like so much to me. A slot machine with Dan Aykroyd doing a voice on it. You have, the movie getting released in theaters this October. They have a Facebook page for the Ghostbusters. It's coming. But anyway, that's my opinion of Ghostbusters 3. Long-winded opinion on it. Danny Boyle's doing a sequel to Transpotting. Interesting. Juan Carlos Furcendillo will direct the New Highlander. I don't care about a New Highlander film. Point Break sequel is not happening. A remake is up instead. Julian Anderson says she has no idea about X-Files 3, though she and David Duchovny would do it. If it's not going to be, honestly, it's going to be shitty as X-Files 2, I want to believe. Just stay away from it. Sex and City prequel on CW, don't give a shit. Hellraiser remake. I've seen some horrible pictures that make him look like Cockraiser. Just absolutely horrendous. I was thinking about being in a remake of a movie called Captive with Erica Leniak and Michael Ironside, which is a script about an American real estate magnate living in Brazil who kidnapped and held for ransom. As he frantically searched for the way to an armored truck prison cell hidden in San Padre landfill, a detective specializing in kidnapping and ransom cases to work for him. This sounds fun, So with all these Emmett Furla films, most of them star 50 Cent. Great. Yeah, 88 minutes and Righteous Kill and Gun and Edison. All the movies suck. Real quick, just, moment of silence for Cliff Robertson. He died at age 88. Played Uncle Ben in Spider-Man. He was in Brainstorm. Did a really good performance in that. He was great and won a well-deserved Academy Award in Charlie in 1968. So he will be missed. I guess Robertson was also known for his involvement in a check forging scandal at Columbia Pictures in 1977. Dubbed Hollywood Gate, involved Robertson exposing Columbia studio head David Belgman as a strongster who not only forged Robertson's name in a check, but pissed away thousands of company dollars in other areas. Robertson said at the time, a small percentage of corrupt people in Hollywood, only 1% represents the pinnacle of power. They've been frightening people for years, and now they're frightening others into ipso facto blasting me. I hear there's a very powerful person in Hollywood saying they'll never work again. That clearly didn't happen, which is great. And, definitely may rest in peace. And I remember him more for Charlie and Brainstorm than for Spider-Man. Zemeckis is doing a thriller Flight with Denzel Washington, I think. Robert Zemeckis. It's written by John Gatson, the writer of Real Steel. Tells a story of redemption story of Whip. Denzel Washington, a commercial airline pilot who pulls off a heroic feat flying in a damaged plane, saving 98 lives in a flight carrying 106 people. While the world begs to embrace him as a true American hero, every man struggles with this label and is forced to hold up the scrutiny of investigation that brings into question his behavior the night before the doomed flight. Sounds like an interesting idea. I think it might be good drama. Denzel Washington's a great actor, and Robert Zemeckis is a pretty good director, so hey. Might be interesting. Looks like Mel Gibson is doing another fucking religious movie with plans to make a movie about Jewish warrior Judah Maccabee. Never heard of him, but great. Oh yeah, Contagion has Matt Damon. Sorry, it doesn't have Brad Pitt, but just yeah. Studios that brought you Cocoon and Return, and Biker Boys comes from Robocapocalypse. Robopocalypse. It's based on a novel by Daniel H. Wilson. Released by Disney in States and Fox overseas. And Steven Spielberg will direct the film. As soon as he directs Lincoln. I never read the book, but sounds like it might be an interesting idea. Never know with Spielberg though recently. More news about The Last Stand that Schwarzenegger is going to do. Peter Stormare might play the villain in The Last Stand. He was from Fargo and Last Stand. Stormare's a pretty good actor, so it'd be interesting. A 7 sequel might star Anthony Hopkins as a good guy. Warner Brothers has said there's been talking Beetlejuice sequel. They're thinking about doing a Beetlejuice sequel. There's been talking Beetlejuice sequel for years. Michael Keaton has said the time is right to reprise The Ghost of Most. Co-star Geena Davis told her own Clint Morris that she's definitely considered being part of any follow-up. The original director Tim Burton was supposedly at one stage even writing the return to an afterlife. It looks like a hell of a lot of Warner Brothers stage. Now it's official. There's a new Beetlejuice movie coming. Question is, will Keaton, Davis, and Burton be involved? That we don't know yet, but we do know the film will have a Burton connection. Though. According to Deadline, offered screenwriter Seth Grahame-Smith, Burton's Dark Shadows, and producing partner David Katzenberg, was prepared the sequel. And yes, it's a sequel. It's not a remake, which I'm glad for. Grahame-Smith is responsible for the books Bride, Prejudice and Zombies and Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, both of which have been turned into films as we speak. They're great reads, so he'll no doubt write a good Beetlejuice movie, a lot more appealing than that Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian thing that was kicked around about in the early 90s. But will the Beetlejuice we all love and know? I do not know. Personally, this guy says, I can't see Geena Davis, let alone Alec Baldwin and Winona Ryder reprising their roles for the sequel. I don't know why not. Geena Davis hasn't done anything. She admitted she wouldn't mind doing it. Alec Baldwin, his track record is pretty good for 30 Rock, but he was in that It's Complicated movie, and he hasn't done that much either. Money talks for him. Winona Ryder, she hasn't done shit. I'm pretty sure she loved the return to the role that made her pretty much famous, although she was going to have hers too. But there's a better chance of Michael Keaton returning, and I really hope so, but don't put it past this shingle to dump Keaton and bring in, say, Johnny Depp. I really don't want that to happen. So if you're going to do Beetlejuice 2, you have to bring back Keaton. At least you have to bring back Michael Keaton that plays Beetlejuice. There's nobody in the world that plays Beetlejuice that Michael Keaton. Okay? That's it. It's just not going to happen. So you have to have Keaton back. Geena Davis said she'd love to come back. Pretty sure she would. Winona Ryder, she's not doing anything, and she said before it's one of her favorite roles. And Alec Baldwin, give him money, bring them all back. If you're gonna do a sequel, do it right, Warner Brothers. Don't fuck this up. You waited way too long to make a sequel. Should have made a sequel sometime in the 90s, and you can't tell me you couldn't have come up with a better idea than Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian. I mean, I have seen 30-minute cartoons of the Beetlejuice series that have better plots than that. Give me a break. No, you can do better than that. So, of course, Bruce Willis and Arnold are joining Expendables 2, which is cool. Star Wars, the prequels, fuck George Lucas. Really? I'm getting sick and tired of George Lucas fucking things up. I really am. With this whole, no crap. George Lucas just wants to fuck up everything he's done. I don't care about his argument that he gives. Well, it wasn't my original vision from the originals. I thought I did the stuff of editions and added CGI that looks like shit and really just, and I made Greedo shoot first. It's like he's fucking with people's childhood, just like that video some guy made on YouTube with George Lucas time traveling and fucking that guy's child up and making him do and whack off the dinosaurs. I know, just have to see it. George Lucas just wants to rape our childhood. I don't know what it is. I mean, the South Park thing where they raped Indiana Jones, that's a bit harsh. I don't think Indiana Jones, Kingdom of Christian Cole, is nearly as bad as the Star Trek prequels. Star Wars prequels. Star Trek. Whoops! Star Wars prequels. And, basically, I like the Star Trek films better than the Star Wars franchise. Has more good movies. The first three, the first three original versions of the first Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi are great films. Can't fight them on the original version unless you do this. And I know I've shown this before, but this is ridiculous. I'm doing it again because it's absolutely ridiculous, and there's no reason why I should have to keep this. I should be able to have the originals on DVD. Hey, what the fuck, George? What's wrong with these? The originals, the classics. Keyword, there's nothing wrong with them. They were classic back then. They were classic for years. They're considered one of the best movies of all time, and they are. You know? And then this fucking bullshit message on the back of here by George Lucas pissed me off here. In the years to come, I hope you, your children, and your children's children will enjoy not only this trilogy, but also the adventures yet to come in the continually unfolding Star Wars universe. It doesn't sound too, bad back then, but now it's like, yeah, continuing adventures of shit. And then I also do have this. But this is the special edition box set, which is special edition crap. Which really doesn't add too much to the originals. If anything, makes them stupid CGI that stands out like a sore thumb. And he adds more shit in the Blu-ray that just ruins things. You can't release the originals. It's like, God damn it. And I know people are saying he started it, his downfall with Howard the Duck. He produced it. He executive produced it. He didn't direct it. And I like Howard the Duck. I will watch Howard the Duck 10 times rather than watch Attack of the Clones or Phantom Menace or, the shitty Blu-ray version, the Star Wars originals with no! Just quit it. George, this is what I'm going to say. Fuck no! John Moore direct Die Hard 5, Risky Business. That better not be the actual name of the film. It's called Risky Business. Give me a fucking break. I mean, I liked... John Moore is a fat ass hack director. Know why? He's done Behind Enemy Lines. There were parts of it I liked, but the ending sucked. The remake of Omen, I'm sorry, does not have its moments because it's a ripoff. It's a total copy of the original. And Max Payne was absolutely terrible. I mean, I thought Returning got out of jail. I don't know for sure if he hadn't gotten out of jail or not, but come on. Why the fuck did they hire John Moore? They should have hired at least Tony Scott. They could have got John McTiernan was out of jail. Maybe they could have hired him. Or, Tony Scott, fucking Rennie Harlan is better than fucking John Moore. Basically, it's a movie that Fox wants to pump out quickly and vacuum up the returns as soon as possible. Which is just too bad. Die Hard is... John McClane's a badass, and they're making PG-13 probably again, and it's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. John Moore's a hack and has no business directing Die Hard 5. Well, I guess also Dennis Christopher's joining the Django Unchained, which is really cool. It's nice to see Dennis Christopher getting more work. Now they're thinking about doing a Romancing the Stone TV series instead of the remake. Wow. Blues Brothers TV series. Come on, get the fuck out of here. Sci-Fi might not put Battlestar Galactica Blood and Chrome on the air. And I don't care. The Battlestar Galactica series just do much for me. And now they're thinking about... They not only remake... Alright. Not only remake Footloose, they're remaking Dirty Dancing now. I don't know what to say. Making Dirty Dancing now. Really. What's next? Flashdance? Yeah. And I'm going to leave it with these next couple things. Columbia Pictures is going to remake Flatliners. This is stupid. And the original is an underrated film. And solid performances. And Julia Roberts back when she was still hot. We don't need a remake. You're not going to top it. One of Joel Schumacher's better films. I guarantee Schumacher has more talent in his left pink in his pinky finger than the guy who's going to direct it. Bruce Boxleitner, Tron 3 is a done deal for 2013. I'll believe him when I see it, Bruce. But that would be cool, though. That really would be cool to see Tron 3. I like Tron Legacy. It has flaws, yes. But Tron 3 might be able to race them. They might even have the actual Tron kick some fucking ass. Just team up with Sam and just like disc shit and beat the fuck out of people. I don't know what they're going to do with it, but it'd be cool. And I know I said that's the last thing I'm going to, but in real quick, I'm just talking about Fletch. Chevy Chase says he wants to play Fletch again. If he's going to play Fletch, if they're going to do another Fletch movie, he should play Fletch. Just do another Fletch movie, make an older Fletch. Just do it. Nobody's Fletch except Chevy Chase, and that's what I'm going to leave it at. Because he's Chevy Chase, and you're not. And thanks for watching my long-ass vlog on random shit. And check you guys later.